Oh yeah, welcome back to the Free Your Shelf podcast. It's it's glad to be I'm glad to be back. It's been a few days since my last podcast. I'm actually been I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've been out because I've been trying to get an interview in to get you guys an interview. I know so many. If you ask my wife, she tells you that I know everybody. Well, though I don't know everybody, I do know a lot of people, and I know a lot of interesting people. So I've been on the phone with a few of the people that I know that seem to live interesting lives. Well, at least it seems like they're living their passions. I see them on Facebook doing their thing. Those are they. I don't want to give too much away, but I've been on the phone with a few of them, and each person that I've been on the phone with say that they're gonna interview with me, and that they love the idea. However, we haven't had the time to schedule them, which is something that we're working on. But I was hoping to get an interview in for you guys because I don't know if you're getting tired of just listening to me, but it'll come in due time, and believe me, I think they're gonna be worth it. They are some very interesting people, and I believe they're gonna come through with some nice inspirational stories. Talking about inspiration, obviously, let's talk about some of the things that inspire me, so that you can get to know me a little better. Inspirations. I got to start with my parents. Throughout my life. I've learned to be a hard worker because of my parents. My parents, I've seen nothing but hard work, and so let me put it this way: from rags to riches. I mean, we're not rich, but we also didn't come from complete rags, but from where we were growing up as childs, growing up with roaches, in somewhat some poverty, right? Not complete poverty, but some, to the house that they have now, to the houses or the places that we lived. I've always seen progress from my parents, and that's one thing that no one can take from them. Anyone that sees them, they always give them props for for the hard work that they've put in. Their family, their friends. We get compliments, or they get compliments because of their kids, which says a lot, I believe. Actually, one of my coworkers the other day was like, Jose, you're like you're such a balanced person. It's like your parents did such a great job. If you ever get to tell them I said that they did such a great job. But yeah, that it just shows how much dedication and hard work they put into providing a life for us, and that inspires me right from the start. A strong foundation of what work ethics and what family values are. Say they inspire me all the time. Have done so forever. So yeah, that's an inspiration. My wife is an inspiration as well. She inspires me to be a better man, a better husband. She encourages me to go after my dreams. She's super supportive of anything that I want to do. So of course that having someone like that is truly inspiring, and allows me to be myself. And I'm super grateful for not only having a great parents, but also having a wife that is supportive, encouraging, and inspiring for me. My brother and my sister, they've also inspired me in many, many ways. There's too much to to even tell. But quickly, I don't even think my brother knows how much he's inspired me. Actually, I don't think he knows the story, that the reason that I went back to school to further my education was because I witnessed him do it. I witnessed him go back to school after years of not being in school, to go back and accomplish some goals that he set out to do a long time ago. And I think if he thinks about it, if he sees when I went back to school was around the time that he did. So I mean, that's one example. I mean, he inspires me in many different ways. You know, he's got a personality that is is one of a kind, and so it's just different kind of inspirations, but definitely inspiration. My sister, I tell her how much she's an inspiration to me as well, and just to give you a quick glimpse of and this is not even, I think it's not saying, it's not even touching or delving as deep as great of a person that she is, because what she does for her family is it's amazing. And and those are personal things that maybe she would come on and talk to us about later on. But she's the one that went to school. She graduated high school. She went to Eastern, graduated from there. Went to graduate school at UConn, finished that. She then, and this is probably in different order right now, but it's she got a house, she got married. I know the dogs came next, and then her son, my godson, came along, and now they're having another baby. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that she had her life planned out, and she followed it, and she is living it. From the outside in, it looks like she's lived the dream and is living the dream. So graduated high school, graduated college, got her master's. She's got a house, she's got the husband, they got the dog, and now she has the kids. So truly an inspiration. What else? Let's see. My kids are inspiring. They inspire me to be a better father all the time. That's an up and down thing, but I guess anybody will tell you that's up and down when you're dealing with growing pains and growing teens, and it goes up and down. But nonetheless, they make you reflect on who you are, or who I am, and inspire me to grow and be a better father. My friends, I have great friends that inspire me in different ways. I have friends that have been married to their spouses for a very long time, which inspire me in my marriage goals. And they know who they are. They know that I come to them, for advice all the time, or not all the time, but a lot, right? I also have cousins, aunts, uncles that are amazingly talented. Those of you that know me as a DJ and have witnessed, some of my microphone work, my mic work, I dedicate all that to the talent that was passed down in my genes from my family. My grandmother, some of my favorite singers are my aunts and uncles, my sister, my cousin Janice. You should hear these people sing. It's amazing, and it's like truly inspiring. And I'm using this word a lot, inspiring, but I mean, until I find another word, it is what it is, man. It's like it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel proud. It just gives you that, oh man, I'm glad to be a part of this family. I'm glad to be here in this moment. Um, and so, yeah, those are some of the things that inspire me. I mean, as we go on, I'll talk more about, who inspires me as authors, actors, directors, musicians, um, podcasters. Actually, let me touch on that, because one of the main podcasters that has inspired me to actually go ahead and really do this is Nori and DJ EFN. Their podcast is called Drink Champs, and since I'm a '90s hip hop fan, and they interview musicians, or people that have been in the game for over 10 years. Um, they give flowers to them while they're breathing is the main idea behind the podcast. It kind of, I want to be able to share some of that with people that I know, because there's a lot of great people that I know personally. They're not famous. They haven't made it, to big. Actually, some of them are famous, actually, but not like worldwide famous, national fame. But they're famous in their own right, and I want to be able for them to know that their stories can really inspire others. To chase their dreams, to follow their passions, and then share it with the world. So, Nori, big shout out to you. You're one of my main inspirations for podcasting. I mean, just the story of the other day, I listened to the podcast with Shine, the rapper, that went to jail for a shooting in a nightclub, and the transformation that he's gone through, to now be the House of Representatives for Belize. It's amazing to hear what you can become if you were to educate yourself, inform yourself, and then want to give back to those communities and those places that really, really can benefit from that usually, information doesn't really get to. So, let's put it there. Let's put it out there. Like in the urban communities, the information, everyone, and there's information out there that doesn't really get to everyone. And with that information, you can do so much. So much positivity can come from that. And to be able to transform, or be able to become a person that can uplift your communities without having to, say, go through a stint in jail, to do it, while you're out here. That's something that would be truly transformative. It can uplift the community, and that's what we want to do. We want to share this inspiration. We want for people to find their passions, and just like let us shine. Let the kids shine. Let the people shine. Give them what they need. Give us what we need to make it happen. So yeah, Shine's interview really was really inspiring. Hope you guys will get tired of listening to that, but that's what it is. So yeah, those are my inspirations. You will hear more of it as you get to know me. Hopefully, the more you listen, the more you learn. But yeah, that's who I am. Not completely, but we're getting there. All right. What else do we want to talk about today? I want to share this story with you, because this is a person that I do want to get on the podcast, because I see his posts on Facebook, and he looks like he's always living his best life. This dude is always dripping. Matter of fact, when I ran into him the other day, he was dripped out. And the coolest dude ever, but so much love. And that's a hint. So much love. But I'll get into that story after this. Right? I want to talk about, what it is to truly give. Can you truly give if you're a person that does not know how to receive? Or let's put it this way. Can you be a person that has, that has resources, that here, I got you, here, this, here, that. No, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. However, when they find themselves on the other side, they're too prideful to take anything. No. Even if they don't have, even if they need, there would be like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. No, I'm good. Right? That to me means you're not truly a giver. Right? Because it seems like, you're too prideful to say, nah, I'm good. Or you're too prideful to say, yeah, you know what? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Right? And there's not a lot of people out there like that. But there are some people that are like that. But the point is, it's not more about the people. It's more about the concept. Can you truly give if you do not know how to receive? Because placing a judgment on receiving, placing that judgment on, nah, you know what, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm straight, right? Because you're placing a judgment that is, less of you. You're less of a person because you had to take, right? That judgment is also placed. You would think that judgment is also placed on the other side when you're giving. You're giving because you're, all right, you know what? I got you, right? But I'm too good to take, but I'm giving, right? And so the reason I bring this up is, it is a concept that I've come across in the past, and I'm not talking about this situation specifically, because it's more about me than anything else, and I'll explain this, right? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that, and also, it's not, put it this way, there's a whole lot of people that know how to give, right? There is a whole lot of people that know how to give. Again, this is more about just the thought, just the concept, just to put it out there and hopefully get some comments from you, questions, comments below, emails. But, yeah, there's people that, and it's not about, it's not only about being able to receive, there's people that give anonymously. That's a true giver. To me, that's a true giver. You give anonymously. You don't even put my name on it. Don't even hint to where it came from. But here, right? And forget about it. So now let me tell you about this story about this great guy. He's one of my, he's a friend that I've known forever. I haven't seen in forever, but I've known him for forever. So I go to the mall the other day because my daughter wants to go to the mall. She wants to get some Dippin' Dots, right? And so I'm like, yes, let's go. Let's get out the house. Let's go get some Dippin' Dots. Boom, boom. We get in the car. We get all the way to the mall. And when I'm getting out the car, I forgot my wallet at home. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, all right, you know what? I forgot my wallet at home. I don't know if we can get this ice cream. She's like, oh, we have to go all the way back home? And I'm like, yeah, I think, or let's just go in. Let's go in and see if I can use my phone. See if we can like swipe with my phone. Maybe there's Apple Pay on the machine, and we can get this ice cream. So we go in, and I'm in there, and I'm swiping. I'm trying to get this ice cream, and nothing, and nothing, and nothing. And so I'm like, sorry, Araya, but when I look up, one of my boys I haven't seen in years, and I'm telling you, this is a great guy. He comes up, he gives me a big hug, like, "Oh man, what's up? I haven't seen you in forever." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. You know, how's everything? Quick." But and I feel bad after the thought, because after I'm like, damn, I didn't even like really get to chop it up with him because I was still thinking about my wallet and getting this ice cream. But I said to him, I'm like, dude, like, do you have Venmo or Cash App real quick? I could get you this money, and you know, hopefully you could get this ice cream because, you know, my daughter wants this ice cream. And I don't think he heard that part, but he's like, nah, I don't got Venmo. I don't got. I'm like, oh man. So he's like, oh, it's for your daughter, of course. Here, boom. He pulls out his card. We're trying the machine. I don't think the machine was working, but he's like, after a while, he's like, you know what? Just take this money. Here, take this money. Get this ice cream. Good to see you, but I gotta get going. But like, it was because I'm not afraid to ask. You know the saying, you know, a closed mouth don't get fed, right? I'm not afraid to ask. And so this is kind of the moral of the story of what I was trying to say earlier, is that because I'm not afraid to ask for money in this type of situation, is because, like, if I was on the other end, I would give. If I have it, I'm giving it to you. If you're in a tough situation and I'm there, boom, I would do that for someone else. So I have no problem in asking someone on the other end, like, dude, I'm in a jam. I ain't trying to go back home, but I need this ice cream right quick. And he's like, no, man, here, bro, it's for the kids. Here, boom, here, take it. And it was all love, man. And, you know, I hinted to that earlier. A lot of you guys might know this guy, but his name is D Love. His last name is Love. And again, so now you know when I'm saying that this guy was dripped out. He's a great guy. And he always looks like he's living his best life. And that's why I want to try to get him on the podcast. Not only to chop it up with him, because I didn't get to chop it up with him while I was in the moment, but I just think that he would probably, and because of his profession, I'm sure he has some great stories for us. So shout out to D Love. Thank you so much. That day, Love saved the day. Actually, Love saves the day all the time, but this day, literally, D Love, you saved the day. All right, thank you guys. Remember to email me, freeyourself@gmail.com, freeshellf@gmail.com. Thank you guys. Please leave a comment. Email me. You know, don't forget, free yourself, son. Peace.